What's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So, in this one, man, we've got some. I can't. I couldn't believe this one when I saw it pop up on my news stuff. Apparently, the day that it was announced, the day after it was announced that Trump won, there was a series of text messages that went countrywide to specifically to black people phones, um, threatening slavery. I mean, like, what? um, this is just a crazy article, and I wanted to look over it and just talk about it. So, give my opinion on it. So, thank you very much. And if you like what I'm doing here, consider liking, subscribing, comment, share, and all that good. Discord there, one-time donations, or up there, do JMD Nation, Patreon for $3 a month. Anything you do, much appreciated. So, going on, yeah, it's crazy. We have this article here from MSNBC. Law enforcement probing racist text messages to black people that threaten slavery. All right. It says, in the wake of the election, black people across the country have reported that they've received racist text messages threatening them with slavery, which has prompted investigations in several states and a federal probe. The text, sent anonymously, seemed to have begun Wednesday morning, just hours after the presidential election was called for Donald Trump. NBC News reporters reported that the messages were similar in nature, telling people that they have been selected to pick cotton on a plantation or to be ready at a certain time. Some of the texts referred to the recipients by name. Several messages also mention Trump, though the Trump campaign has repudiated the text messages. Brian Hughes, a campaign communications advisor, told NBC News that is absolute nonsense to link Trump to the messages. If we can find the origin of these messages which promote this kind of ugliness in our name, we will obviously take legal action to stop it, Hughes said in a statement. The FBI said Thursday that its awareness of the offensive and racial text messages sent to individuals through the country and is in touch with other federal authorities, including the Justice Department. The Federal Communications Commission said it is also investigating, as did Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost, whatever. New York Attorney General James said that some recipients are as young as middle school students. Think how crazy that is. Middle school. We're talking like 12, 13, 14-year olds receiving racist text messages on their phones. The source and sources of the text messages remain a mystery. And NBC News reported that some of the originating numbers seem to be linked to TextNow, a text messaging service that allows users to use untraceable numbers. A spokesperson for TextNow told NBC News that it is aware of the messages and that it shut down the accounts involved within the hour. Quotes. On Friday, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel said that the Louisiana Bureau of Investigation's cyber team has traced some of the messages to a VPN in Poland. At this time, they have found no original source, meaning they could have originated from any bad actor, state, in the region, or in the world, she said in a statement, adding that the investigation is ongoing. NAACP's President Derek Johnson condemned the text message in a statement, saying they represent an alarming increase in vile and abhorrent rhetoric from racist groups across the country, who now feel emboldened to spread hate and stoke the flames of fear that many of us are feeling after Tuesday's election results. So this is like a major um this is a major issue and a major thing that's going around the nation right now uh with racist text messages to black people specifically in the nation. Um which is crazy to think of. I mean, it's good to see that the Trump administration or Trump campaign has basically to a degree of like condemning it, and that they had nothing to do with it, or that their name being associated to it, and apparently in some of them is nonsense. Uh, and they will seek obvious legal actions to stop it. That's good. I mean, clearly, I don't think uh, the Trump or the campaign is really around this, but this is the type of thing that the rhetoric that he has been talking, the division that he is in his administration or his campaign, soon to be administration, has been talking this whole time about, division, the pointing the fingers of who's, your enemy, and all this kind of stuff. When we're talking about immigrants, when talking about, the enemy of the state, talking about, far left politicians or anybody who talks negatively about him and his agendas or whatever. This is the kind of stuff that comes from that. The people who are emboldened to take his word. And I mean, this is the threat that we've been talking about behind Trump this whole time. The kind of thing that incited January 6th. Whether or not you want to argue yes or no that he incited people or not, his rhetoric, whether you consider that incitement or not, emboldened people to do the acts that they did on January 6th. And this is the same kind of thing that in that same light. So this is just this is what Trump brings. He is not the unity candidate. He doesn't unify people. He divides people. The only people he unifies is the people that's unified behind him. Period. He's not here to try to unify the whole nation. He's not here to try to unify black people. He's not here to try to unify Latinos or immigrants or anybody else. He's here to stoke the flames, point fingers, blame everything on anything he can point to, and say that this is the reason why you can't, get this, or you can't have that, or you are feeling bad for this, or feeling bad for that, or whatever the case. This kind of stuff, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, this is what he does. Whether he means to or not, I think it's more of a question whether he really cares or not. Because I honestly just don't think he cares. But this is the kind of stuff that, I mean, we immediately have to be concerned with and worried about. Everybody does. And if and it does. I know the thought of uh, being like this that minority groups and stuff like that. It's always been thrown up as minority groups are disaffectively affected by this or whatever like or whatever whatever the damn term is. You know like they are whatever specially affected by this. I know that's thrown out a lot, and people just kind of roll their eyes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always always these minority groups. They want to act like they're the victims or whatever. This literally is them being the victims. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. They are the ones being affected by this. You're not going to get these type of. I'm not going to get these type of text messages. And that's the sad state of affairs in our country. And this type of stuff is just abhorrent and it's ridiculous. And it's shameful that there are people in this country or in any country, wherever it's coming from, whether they're using VPNs to make themselves look like they're coming from different countries or whatever the case. I mean, there's so many different ways that what's stated here that doesn't mean that it's actually coming from Poland. That just means there's some messages to a VPN in Poland. A virtual private network can make you look like you're anywhere. So it could be literally somebody here making this look like it's coming from Poland or wherever else. I mean, this is what we get though. Welcome to the next 4 years. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. ClearTalk. Peace.